Hello, I am Brother Kelly Hughes, Chaplain of the Arts. We are broadcasting from the Valiant Theatre here in the heart of Winnipeg's greasy Tenderloin, just around the corner from Old Market Square, where all the Fringe Fest stuff is happening right now. This is Kelly Hughes Live Shorts Fringe 2025. Very glad to have you here, whether you are here on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or our YouTube page, or if you happen to be listening on UMFM 101.5. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is Sunday morning, so it's a little bit kind of chill here. I thank my guests very much for climbing out of their Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Glorious.
Yeah. Veronica Ternopolski, Tara Travis, Ross McMillan. Hi, everybody.
Hey!
Oh, wow.
Hi. Thank
Heart
you.
will save us.
Oh, that's so nice. You're wearing your shirt.
I'm jealous. I want one.
Yeah, you can get one. We
We'll
got
do
a whole rack of them. We have got a bunch of great shows from these folks. Veronica is doing the Get Laid show, or a date, definitely a high five, which is back by popular demand from last year, and that is at the Duke of Kent Legion. And what the hell? There's so many
That
things
one,
here. Yeah.
I know.
Tara Travis is doing Till Death, The Six Wives of Henry VIII, which is a one-hander, right?
Yeah, it sure
So
is.
it's just you. And Ross McMillan is doing Dog, which is over at
the Rachel Brown Theatre.
Oh, Rachel Brown is nice.
It's a nice space.
Yeah. Usually it's right just straight up from the samosa place, but I noticed they've moved the samosas down the corner.
I know my ritual has changed, but
the feng shui of Old Market is slightly different.
It's different.
What's the story there?
They needed more space.
I think they were there for Jazz Fest, and I don't know if I think they just kept the spot. They just kept going from all the different.
Well, I don't think. I mean, I'm sure Fringe tells you where you need to be. I don't think you get to choose.
True.
Yeah.
Who knows?
The chickpea curry is still delicious, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
It's all about chicken, chickpea, all the things.
Yeah. Seeing as we're on the topic, there's a stall named, I think it's Cochrane Creek Farms, and they're hog farmers, right? And they're making hot dogs and what have you. They have a taco dog. I went there and got a hot dog. And I put my condiments on it. I had a bite of my hot dog. And I said, there was a man and a woman working the stall. And I said to the guy, "This is a great hot dog." And he said, "Well, thank you." And then he said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Ross McMillan." And he said, "I'm Rudy Wall." This is a guy I knew in the late 80s. I haven't seen him since then.
That's awesome.
I said, "Didn't you used to be a carpenter?" He said, "Yeah, I still do that, but we're doing this as well. Our mission is to persuade people that fast food doesn't have to be crap." And I thought it was maybe the best hot dog I've ever had.
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it was. I went and got another one.
When you said Cochrane Creek, the brogue really came out, eh?
Oh, did it?
Yeah, you really wanted to say it again.
No,
Cochrane Creek.
Cochrane. I heard it.
I like that.
Lovely.
I like that you're doing dog, and now you're obsessed with hot dogs. So I feel like there's something like kind of like
it's like a snake eating its own tail.
Yeah.
Ouroboros.
This week my partner wanted me to buy an air fryer.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and everybody's had air fryers forever, but I bought an air fryer this week on Marketplace. And I was like, "Oh, this is dumb. I don't want to spend $40 on this thing," and blah, blah, blah. And I've literally been eating nothing but things out of the air fryer. And I'm like, what goes in an air fryer? Literally everything.
Anything. Game changer.
And it's like, I think that the advertising should just be, "Are you lazy? Do you need to eat?" Because I'm literally just opening a bag. I throw it in. It's like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Do you like delicious, convenient things? Yes.
Yeah. Because French fries are always terrible in the oven.
Yeah.
And so they say flip the French fries, right? You're supposed to flip the French fries. And you get a million French fries, and I'm like super ADHD, right? And I'm just like, am I gonna Am I going to flip each French fry?
What if you miss one?
Right?
Yeah. So anyway, it's really changed my life. I think I've gained 5 pounds, but it's still good. You know, it's fine. I'm eating.
The best.
You're
right?
eating. That's
You're eating.
right. You're eating.
You
Baby
have to
steps,
eat.
right?
You've got to fuel the
yeah.
machine, and
Yeah.
it's really important.
Are you a good cook, Tara?
I have my moments.
Yeah.
I have a few things that I do, but
Yeah.
also being extremely neurospicy. Like I'll get caught in a loop where I'll just make the same thing over and over again, or I'll because of the working memory thing, I'll like forget what I make.
Yeah.
And then I'll happen upon something. Like, oh yeah, I make an amazing Thai curry. Oh yeah. But also the air fryer has changed my life.
Yeah.
Big time. I love it. I love putting broccoli in there. You just like melt a little bit of coconut oil and just like lightly coat it. Just crisp them up a couple of minutes, and it's crispy on the outside. And
the first thing that I made in there, because my partner said, buy this thing and then buy these ingredients and then make me beef broccoli, actually fake beef because my partner's vegan. So, and but I screwed up the broccoli and I overcooked it, and it was kind of like but it was still good.
It's a vague science. Like it takes a minute. You learn.
Yeah.
But it's really worth doing.
Yeah. Did you have breakfast this morning, Veronica?
Did I had 2 pieces of toast with no name Nutella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it called? What is just hazelnut spread? Is that
I think
what it
so.
is?
Yeah. And I'm
not sure what Nutella is really.
Yeah, just sugar magic. And I think I actually got a shout out to your neighbor of GNL Liquidation.
Yeah.
I love that place. Yeah. It's just this liquidation place where you can literally get like food, dog clothing and stuff, housewares, slightly expired cereal, but like that's still good. Yeah, it's just great. Yeah, I love that place.
Not all the expired cereal is good. I bought peanut butter puffins.
Oh,
and they were very bad. I literally pretty much any sugar cereal I can eat. I literally put it in my mouth and then went and then threw the whole thing out. I didn't even give it to the dogs.
Yeah.
So these two are from Winnipeg. And you are from, Tara?
I'm from what's known as Vancouver, Coast Salish territory.
What's known as Vancouver?
Yeah.
Oh,
what's colonially known as Vancouver?
Right.
Yeah.
I thought you meant because now it's just spreads all the way to Chilliwack or wherever.
There's also that. Yeah.
Are you an actual from there? Or did you go from somewhere else?
Well, when I'm traveling internationally, I just say I'm from Vancouver. But I originally grew up in Maple Ridge, which is about an hour's drive. East-ish of Vancouver.
Well, everything is an hour's drive east of Vancouver,
so
right?
True, so true.
Even when I lived in New West, I worked with Pacific Theater, and I would take the bus and then the SkyTrain, and because we had our offices at UBC, it took me an hour and a quarter to get to work every day.
Yeah.
Are we? Is it still around, Pacific Theater?
It is, and they were based in a basement of an Anglican church?
At UBC, yeah.
Somewhere
else. They were somewhere else.
Yeah, it was like a Hemlock and 12.
Right,
anyway,
right. Yeah, they moved.
For the Vancouver folks.
Yeah.
But they're in the middle of renovating right now, so they're kind of on hiatus while they look for a space or something. There's a big but they've been thriving. They've been rocking it. So
well, good for them because I was doing that. They'd already been around, and I was doing that in 91, 92.
Yeah,
which is not recent. And we were doing anti-drug stuff because it was 91, 92, right? So everything was say no to drugs, and we did these two plays. One was for kids and one was for a little bit older, and we traveled all over the province and for like 9 months. And then that was when I decided, after doing 135 performances of these two shows, that I probably didn't want to be an actor anymore. And I have mad respect to the people that are just like, no, I want to keep doing this. Because
just finding the right material. And
you can't not do it, right?
You do it.
True. You do it because you can't not do it.
Yeah.
No.
I've tried.
I can not do it. Oh, yeah.
I've tried having other jobs.
So why are you doing it?
Well, because I can't not do it.
Yeah.
I don't know, Kelly. I understand what you mean. It is a narcotic of some kind. I think.
Yeah, 100%. The adrenaline,
the feel of the audience.
Yeah.
This relationship you get with the audience is a great buzz.
It's like the live co-creation, right? Like it's like there's nothing like it. It's so special.
Yeah.
Like this is a moment we are all sharing that will never happen again.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Absolutely.
impermanence of it. The impermanence of it is pretty.
I love this time of year. I love specifically Fringe, and I love Fringe, and I love talking to Fringe creators. But I love the fact that, like, for this little window of the year here, anyway, theater is a little bit. It's sort of legitimate. It's sort of like a real thing that you can talk about, and there's all these people that are all doing it. Whereas theater is often very much on the fringes. The rest of the time for a lot of people, because people understand music.
Mhm.
Well,
and this is affordable theater too, I think, because sometimes the major theaters, like tickets, like even as an artist, it's ironic. I'm like, I can't afford to go to this, but like for like 13, 14 bucks, like you could see the wackiest thing or like the most profound thing. And yeah, not when else do we really get a chance to do that? Not to knock the big theaters, because
No.
and people still talk about the mayonnaise enema. People still talk about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Ross's face goes.
In the annals of history. In the
Yeah.
annals. But yeah, I remember that quite.
So it doesn't have to be good.
Violently.
It doesn't have to be good to be memorable.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest enema I've ever seen.
Ooh,
But
good job.
Now here's the scoop.
It would have been better, Ross.
Bring out the puppets. We're about to reenact.
Ross, if you'd said it wasn't the greatest enema I'd ever had, that would have been better.
Yeah.
Audience participation. Everybody's favorite show.
We'll workshop that one. The Get Laid show is happening at the Duke of Kent again. You are venue mates with the fabulous and so wonderful and lovely Improvision.
Yeah.
You did it last year and you had a bunch of sellouts.
I did, yeah.
Did you think about doing in a bigger space this year, or were you kind of felt like you really wanted to be there?
I really like the intimacy of the space, and like I purposely chose it as a bar too, because that thing of like that was where you used to go and date people, was like you'd go to the bar, you'd go dancing and do the thing, and it's not really become a thing. Everyone's just like scroll. So my show really is about like the stigma of human connection, and I remember the stigma of online dating, and then getting people to think about, like, no spoilers, but kind of like the vulnerability it takes for human connection again. And then I do some speed dating, so I like the intimacy of. I thought about it, but yeah, there's things I want people to like high five and really be able to see each other and to like,
because it's very interactive, right?
Well, yeah. So I've had people say very interactive. I get people to raise their hands, high fives, and like shout out things. But yeah, but it's funny because I'm like, that's not that interactive, and then I see someone and they're looking mortified as I ask them to do something. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe this is kind of. So I think it kind of depends. It's not like everything's consensual. They don't have to interact at all. So
consensual theater. If you've been watching this on social media, this is about to end. So please go over to our YouTube page. It's at the Valiant Theater 1761. I don't know why, but that's what it is. So head on over there. Okay. So after that, we are still here for everybody else, and we're still going. But like so you said that like I'm just wondering about the mechanics of it, because you say that people met at your show and are now still together.
Yeah, so I do a 2-minute speed date within the show, where I have people pick cards have questions, and they just do a really quick speed date where I yell at them, be like, that's amazing, pick another card. And and throughout the show, just literally get the audience to look at themselves and not at me, because the show is for them, not me. And then like I've had 3 so far. My first 2 shows, it's been confirmed that digits were exchanged for the 2 people that were on the date. And then I've seen people, as the crowd clears out, exchanging phone numbers. Someone told me that they exchanged numbers just to get another new friend. So like I just really wanted to create a space that it's like, where do you go to meet people? I know so many people complain about that. So I'm like, well, why don't I write a show with my own insane stories of sexy times that you can be like, wow, I watched this weirdo for an hour and I met someone, or like, yeah, give them impetus to talk to other people about it.
You've done lots of Fringe stuff,
Yeah.
but this is the first thing you've done like this.
My first solo show too. Yeah.
Did you know it was going to blow up and be a hit, or were you kind of?
No, I was like scared. I don't know if we can swear, but
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I was shit baked. Like first solo show and stuff.
Sorry, shit baked? Is that
shit baked? I don't know. It's
okay?
That's
Okay,
Sunday
no,
early
it's fine.
morning.
It's
Just
fine.
shitting my pants.
I just thought it was something I wasn't familiar with.
No,
the kids
no,
were talking
it's
about
not. I'm
shit baked.
mixing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was freaked out, but I like 8 years ago. Like the other impetuses of this is I was in a 13-year relationship and that broke up, which was devastating, and then went on all these fun adventures. But I wrote on a manila folder my one woman show about getting laid, and I had it and I would just throw ideas in it for like about 8 years. And then finally just was like, okay, shit or get off the pot, and
shit or get shit baked.
Shit or get shit baked.
Yeah.
And then I did this solo show, and it's been amazing.
Yeah.
I have an email. Sorry, I like to plug an email. The getladeshow@gmail.com, because people can email about misconnections, and I've had people describe themselves of the show, and I said, if you're shy, describe yourself, and I'll try to connect you. So last year, I tried to connect people, but some people are like, "Oh, I am taken," or "I'm not looking." So
yeah, well, it's got to be consensual.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tara, you're doing a one-hander.
Sure am.
As an ADHD person, you've got lots of hyper focus, right?
Yes,
you can do that. You can run around for an hour.
I can do it. I can dial in.
Do you have trouble listening to your body and knowing when it's time to stop doing things? And
these days, I am so much better at it.
Yeah.
But this is a remount of a show that we created almost 13 years ago that we premiered here, and when we first made it. I had performed in this format several times in different shows, but this was definitely the greatest challenge thus far in this way. And I was just, I don't think I've ever been so stressed out in all of my life. Like, my guts were liquid.
Yeah.
I think, shit baked is like the perfect term. As you said it, I was like, that resonates. Because I had to program it into my body because I didn't have the wherewithal or the tools or the skills to genuinely be present in each moment. I almost just had to memorize it by rote, like memorize the shape shifting of it. It's really hard to describe, actually. And since my diagnosis 3 years ago, and just like learning more about how my brain works and how to manage my capacity and all that kind of jazz, I have such a different relationship to the work now, and it's so liberating. Like I can actually, I'm not performing the idea of this thing. I can genuinely inhabit and be present in those things. I'm not in the chaos of my mind. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, the inside of my mind was always like an hour-long panic attack. And now it's like, this moment. I just heard that thing that landed on me. Now, as this character, I can respond to this thing. It's maybe from the audience's perspective, it looks about the same. From inside my body, it is a revelation. So
I'm glad that.
What was the question?
I'm glad. I'm glad that you said that you think probably it was the same for the audience, because that means that you were doing 22 years of terrible stuff, right? So now you're saying it's okay, it's fine, it just feels better for you, it looks the same on the outside, it's okay, you don't owe anybody their money back.
I mean, there were certainly shows where I was like,
one of the reasons why it was one of the reasons I realized I kind of felt like I didn't really want to do plays and whatever anymore was because I had so much trouble memorizing stuff. I was always the last person on book. I was always getting yelled at by the director, and part of that was just my being ADHD, and also now That's self-diagnosed, but I don't have $2,500 for a real one. But I'm very obviously ADHD. And then also I've been reading about, and when I say reading, I mean listening to podcasts about ADHD, which is autism and ADHD, and how they kind of crash together.
Yes.
And you know, I guess if I had sort of known how my brain worked and I maybe had some different tools, I think that probably would have been better. But it's very difficult when, you know, when your brain just works a bit different and you're trying to do the same thing that other people are doing in the same way that they're doing it. And your brain's doesn't want to do that. It's a bit frustrating.
Yeah,
So
and you think you're broken, right? Like you spend so many years just grinding and grinding. And like, why?
And sometimes I would like, sometimes I would sort of, sometimes I would just kind of blank out like on stage. Like, and I would still do the thing, but like if you asked me after what happened, I would be like, I don't know. I did it, but I kind of don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what
like
happened.
Dissociation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, I like I don't mind. I've done a lot of stuff since then in front of an audience, but it's easier for me to be myself because I don't have to remember anything.
Yeah, and that's so interesting how depending on how your unique makeup is crafted, like I think there's so many layers to the neurodivergence menu, right? It's like this piece 5 peppers, this piece like this many spices, right? But for me, I think one of the reasons I was so drawn to really high camp mask character work is because I was like, oh, pretending to be a human, that's something I know how to do. I didn't realize I was masking so hard, right? Like that's a place where I felt way more comfortable. And then speaking as myself, like never mind, I'm an idiot, never mind. Talk to the other person, right? Because it's like, I can't trust my thoughts and my words coming out.
That was good. That was good what you just did there. I wanted there to be tape between your glasses there.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
Yeah, that's how it felt inside my brain for a long time. And I still have my moments, but I have the knowledge to have more grace with myself in those moments.
What's it like inside your brain, Ross?
Tell us about it, Ross.
I don't know.
That's good.
Inside my brain, it's pretty great.
That's so positive and lovely. That's so positive and lovely.
I love that.
Also, because it's inside your brain, right? Like if you're able to like look at it.
It really isn't a fair question though, because I mean, the only person's brain you're ever inside is your own.
Yeah.
So how would you actually know?
Yeah.
Unless
you're into weird stuff.
Yeah.
We won't go there,
but this is one of the things about finding out later that maybe your brain works different than other people's brains is you have there's no frame of reference for it. There's no, you know, you're just, you know, I guess this is normal or just, you know, maybe I'm a bit weird. And, you know, when I was a kid, I used to read the Yellow Pages. That was before the internet, right? The internet's been a godsend for the ADHD people because now you can be like,
How much of the Yellow Pages do you remember?
Well, you know what? I used to read. There were certain sections that I liked. I really liked the fish, like the pet places.
Oh yeah.
There were lots of good fish stores. There was Aquaterra. There was I want to say there was a place called Canadiana. There was a time when there was like, if you were into stuff, you know, there were places that you could go. There were stamp stores. There were coin coin stores.
After, like vintage.
There were like real, you know, before we got all the big, like, you know, Petland gobbled up all the little places, and then is Petland even around? I don't even know.
I think so.
Because some of these places came in, some of these big places came in, gobbled everything up, like Best Buy, and then they just closed.
Yeah.
Because of the internet, like
because of Amazon.
Yeah, because of Amazon.
Yeah.
And then of course, I mean, Amazon blew up during the pandemic because, you know, there was nowhere to go that you could still get. And then for a lot of people, that was an interesting time for the weird introverts, because my partner Andy, I remember at one point they said, you know, I don't really want to go anywhere, but I still want to get invited. and I want to have the option to say no. I want to say no. I don't want to just not go anywhere because there's literally
Nothing.
nowhere to
Yeah.
go. Do you think with your show that you're doing, I mean, people were probably pretty lonely during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry. What do I think? Yeah. I mean,
I just think,
something to
because you're
do.
talking about, because I mean, people had to relearn, because that was like 2 years or whatever of that, and then people had to relearn, where do I go to meet
people.
somebody?
Oh,
where
yeah.
do I, because you're not necessarily doing this. People aren't necessarily doing the same things now as they were before. People's habits changed.
Well, yeah, and like I think people like just even simple interactions. Like I noticed on the bus the other day, everyone's just on their phone instead of just like looking out the window or just casually like, hey, or smile and stuff. But a thing like to tie it to, because your dog, like your play's about dog, and they say having a dog is the next thing, like having a pet, going for pet walks and something is the next, like, to connect people, because like that's a safe way to be like, oh, nice pet, da, da, da. So is that part of your show at all, of like
A little bit. I talk a little bit about, pet owners interacting
okay, yeah.
over their dogs, but not that much. I'm not. The show is not so interested in that. But,
Fair.
What's the show?
well, it's really about the relationship between you and your dog.
Oh, lovely.
And strangely, I did a show last night, and I think I felt that I didn't do a very good show. And but there was this little girl after the show who was just standing there. Her mom was like, "Come on," she was just standing there looking at me. And I thought, I was so surprised that kids are coming to the show, because it's not kids fringe, but I didn't put anything in the program about, don't bring your kids.
Right.
So, and of course, kids like dogs. Of course they do. And happily, it's a gentle show.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And there's no swearing in it. There's no.
It's not the George Carlin of dog shows.
No.
That you're like the top
No.
7 words.
No. And it, I forgot what I'm talking about.
There's literally a website. There's literally a website that tells you if the dog dies in the movie. Because it's like people. That's like Andy loves animals and whatever. But if there's a dog and it's kind of maybe an action movie, you know what I mean? Or there's kind of a thing going on, and I have to stop the movie and look it up and see if the dog dies. And if the dog dies, we turn the movie off. But what I've noticed now is that a lot of movies, like they're just, I mean, unless it's like John Wick, where they're like, we got to give him a reason to kill everybody, they kill his dog. Most of these movies are like, even just where there's the dog always gets away, because they're like, you know what? People are not going to like this. It doesn't matter what we do to any people in this movie. Nobody wants the dog to have anything bad happen to them.
Yeah.
And I saw this kind of horror movie with this blind guy who oh my God, who plays the bad guy in Avatar? He's done a lot of Broadway. He's got a gray brush cut now, and I'm totally.
We're all gonna remember it.
On his
You're
name.
like, they're just yelling at YouTube right now.
Yeah.
It's this name.
But he's in this movie about a blind. These people break into this blind guy's house, and he turns out to be a bad guy, and he kills them all or comes after them or whatever. So it kind of gets turned around on them. He's a psycho. But there's a dog in the movie, and the dog is attacking him, and they do this very weird thing so that the dog ends up, he somehow he gets away from the dog without killing the dog, and he sort of saves the dog. And I just feel like there was also, I think, 7 psychopaths, and there's a whole discussion in that movie about how you can't kill the dog. Yeah. They kidnap a dog and they're carrying the dog around. You can't kill the dog. Well, everybody knows you can't kill the dog, which I just think is so funny, because it's like, you can't. And so, but this is the problem with, like, even like in Turner and Hooch, they killed the dog, right? Yes. And now it's like, no, don't stop killing the dog. You can't kill the dog. Kill as many people as you want. Yeah. So I would like to say, in Ross's dog, the dog does not. No dogs die.
Spoiler.
Okay.
Sorry.
Or do they?
Dun, dun, dun. Woof, woof,
How is your dog?
You have to pay your $13 to find out. This is not the first time it's been mounted.
Yes.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know why I thought that. Yeah.
No. The first time a dog has been mounted.
And it won't be the last. Okay. Where do you think
Ross-
dogs come from,
Ross,
Kelly?
tell us about mounting dogs.
Sorry.
Ross.
We're talking taxidermy, right? That's what we're talking about.
yes,
We're nothing
yes.
else.
So-
just taxidermy.
Even though you think you're doing a bad job, Ross, tell us
Yeah.
what people are. What are people saying? What are they?
I
What are
don't
they?
know. Nobody talks to me.
Ross.
They just stare at you like that little girl.
Little girls. Yeah.
Like,
She didn't say anything. She just stared at you.
She didn't say anything. No.
Wow. Sometimes little kids are creepy. Eh?
Oh, she was delightful.
Oh, okay.
She was
Yeah. How come you didn't start the conversation?
he's not allowed to. Like, just kidding.
I didn't know. I had no idea what to say to her.
Yeah, because you didn't know.
Besides,
what
I'd just been speaking for an hour. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I'd been said enough.
Yeah. She got her money's worth.
Yeah.
Do you have a dog, Ross?
I do.
Yeah. Tell us about your dog.
His name is Eddie. He's. I'll show you a picture of him.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
I wish I'd brought a handbill because
Yeah, that would have been good.
there's a beautiful picture.
I
of
should have
him
told you
on
to do
there.
that, but I.
There's so many things.
Oh wait, maybe I have a.
This is not going to make good radio, but
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
Right now.
right
We're
now, I'll
looking
just
up with
describe
Ross
this audio
is-
description. Is
Okay,
Ross is
okay.
looking for a
Ross
picture of
is
Eddie on
searching.
his phone.
We will describe him as we witness his image for the first time.
But I think it's one of those things we're talking about. Like I think everyone has dealt with like a dog death, either directly or through a friend, or like I remember grade 6 weeping about red fern grows. Or grade 7, I was just
my
like
God.
weeping because my dog died, and then this.
Yeah.
But I think you found the picture.
Okay.
Well, this is my poster.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
so
gosh.
lovely.
That's Eddie.
That's
Yeah.
Eddie. Yeah.
Eddie, belly up.
Show it to the screen.
Yeah,
They're not going to see it.
beautiful.
but just-
Yeah.
just
we
for
can
the-
we can reenact
there we
it.
go.
Like there's two
Yeah.
dogs,
There
and
we
it's
go.
like
Yeah.
And kind of ears like,
oh floof.
oh, what a beauty.
He's a beautiful dog.
How old is he?
He's 9.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this show is because he's 9 now,
Yeah.
and I can't face his death.
Yep. That's one of the most challenging losses there is. Even
Yeah.
just thinking about it, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rainbow Bridges. It's one of the hardest.
Yeah. So my partner Andy and I foster dogs and cats. And
Yes, you've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
years, and probably about 160 in the last
Yeah.
number of years, and more cats than dogs. I'm kind of a cat guy. I like cats because they're just a little bit less, needy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yes.
They're a little bit, but
Yeah.
the dog really,
Yeah.
but we do senior dogs. And so right now we have 2 dogs. We have Honey, who's not, I guess she's sort of almost a senior, but she had she was abandoned in the country, and she had a cracked, an old injury, a cracked pelvis.
Oh.
So her back end is kind of a bit atrophied, and she was not really, I don't think she was abused, but she wasn't really socialized well, and the people, it pisses me off because I know a lot of people that are in the kind of animal rescue sort of field, and they're all crazy. They're all neurospicy, as you say, and everybody's half on the verge of a nervous breakdown because they're doing all the stuff. And there's a lot of people that aren't doing anything, but so Honey was Rural Animal Management Services, rural dog catchers, they caught her, and they traced her back through her, she was fixed, and the people had moved out to BC, and they said, oh no, we moved, we gave him to our neighbor, the farmer, contact him. So they contacted him. He said, no, that's not my dog. and she's just the absolute sweetest dog in the whole
Oh.
world.
Every dog is the sweetest dog. in the
Yeah.
whole world.
Well, I don't know.
Well, okay, maybe
Everybody
not.
loves their dog.
Yes.
There's other people's dogs, some of them that I don't really like. And
Yeah.
actually, I got bit last week.
Oh dear.
Oh.
My friend had just little. Sometimes little dogs have
little
just
dogs.
little.
Yeah.
Is that right there on you?
It's this,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
The dog bit me about 3 times.
Yikes.
I was dropping something off at my friend's, and she had her dogs locked off, and they got out just little white, whatever they are, Bichon Frise, or whatever they are. And she's like, "Oh, they just want to say hi," and they're like,
Oh, yeah.
and I go, "Oh, okay." So I go like this, and then one of them just like bites me 3 times, and then, but she doesn't really see it. My friend doesn't see it. She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. You know, they're just a little bit, you know, whatever. They're not going to hurt you. They're not going to bite you." And then she takes them and puts them away, and I'm just dripping in blood, and I'm like, "Do you have any rubbing alcohol?" Because I'm just bleeding all over the place. So I didn't love those dogs. But yes, everybody loves their dogs, as they should. Just like people should love their children.
Yeah, they should, right?
And I also don't like some other people's children.
Yeah,
So I understand that. But no, just the sweetest dog. And it was, you know, there were all kinds of things about that story that bothered me. But one is like, who moves and doesn't take their fucking dog?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Or-
Like
or like-
I don't understand that. Or even people like, and I know that sometimes people are in difficult situations and they're like, well, you know, I'm moving into a place that's not pet friendly.
Yeah.
And I mean, but I guess I feel like I would live on the street with my dog. You know what I mean? Like if I had to, like, I guess I just feel like the dog, you know, the animals are part of your family.
Yeah.
I feel that we owe them
Yeah.
because we domesticated them.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I say. I say
Yeah.
that all the time, because dogs and cats can't survive because they came up alongside of us, and that's on us. And we can't. I mean, you look what happens in communities up north where dogs are running wild, and you know that's on us in general. And I think that we need to, I think we need to do better with that. Our other dog is Big Cookie, and he is a big, lovely Great Pyrenees Saint Bernard cross. He's a very big boy, and he's got bone cancer.
Oh dear.
So he's 9.5. He's actually going into the vet tomorrow. Yeah. So that's too bad. So we've been kind of, I haven't really gone to any shows. I've been doing this stuff and working, but I've been trying to sort of be around home a little bit and trying to. He's having a hard time because he's limping around, and he's kind of he's on a bit of pain medication, which is upsetting him a bit, and whatever. And we had some people over on Friday to kind of to sort of to see him. And now he came from Animal Services, and I don't know his story, but he was very Piers have long, kind of very furry, and he was all matted up and all messed up and everything. And I don't know what his deal was, but we've only had him for a year and a half because we do senior dogs mostly, and we were hoping for a little bit more time. But I mean, even in a year and a half, I mean, he's just such a lovely guy, and you know, sometimes does things that drive me crazy, which is mostly just he wants attention all the time.
Yeah.
So he hits you like this,
Yeah.
and he's got these hard,
crazy.
like he's big. He's 125 pounds,
Yeah.
and it's boom,
That's it.
boom, and like, you know, if you're wearing shorts, scratch your leg up and everything. But you know, they just they love being in the family. They love having attention. They love being loved. I mean, you can't imagine being without your dog, and I mean, probably your dog can't imagine being without you either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very. I think it's mysterious, the bond. And I mean, I don't understand it. You know.
Yeah. That's a mystery.
It's because people say, and I talk about this on my show. People say that mentally a dog is equivalent to about a 2-year-old human. But they mean cognitively. They mean in terms of thinky think, right? But I think there are depths in a dog that that doesn't capture. You know?
Like the empathy and the like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the emotional dimension, and we tend to think of you think of a dog's emotional life. We tend to think of dogs as being simple, as being like little kids, you know, because they are so needy. But we don't know. I mean, there might be strange emotional depths in a dog that we don't even know about because they can't tell us about it, except in their gazing.
Yeah, honey. We had to take somebody's 18-year-old kid, our friend Brad, home one day, and Honey happened to be in the back of the car with us, and this kid who I sort of met a couple times and never really talked to, and he's looking at the dog and he goes, "She has very expressive eyes," and I remember thinking, well, that's interesting, and then I looked and I'm like, oh yeah, he's right. You know, she's got these big brown eyes that are kind of, yeah. Because sometimes with an animal you look at them and they're sort of inscrutable, or they're not really looking at you, or whatever, but she just really looks at you with the mystery.
I think they naturally vibrate on a higher frequency than us. You know, like,
you're vibrating on a pretty high frequency.
It's my natural
Sunday morning.
But I don't know. Has anyone listened to that podcast, The Telepathy Tapes?
No.
I'm borderline obsessed with it. It's too much to unpack right now or get into, but folks, just trust me on this. Check it out. But there are pieces of it that are looking at animal communication and the bond between humans and their animals and their level of intuition and how we can connect with each other. You might really be interested in those episodes, Ross. Yeah, they did all of these studies. I won't spend too much time on it, but there were things where they were just like observing dogs in all different kinds of relationships with people, and they would send their owner out on a journey or something, and the dog, as soon as they were about half an hour away from home, the dog would start waiting by the door.
This isn't Rupert Sheldrake, is it?
I think that may be one of the examples that they're referencing.
Okay.
But it's the Telepathy Tapes is about something much broader. It's a whole other thing. But there are a number of incredible animal communication examples in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, it gets into a much larger conversation about like spirituality, et cetera, and you know where our greater selves meet. But I think there is really something to that.
As the dyslexic agnostic said, is there a dog?
Indeed.
Wah, wah.
It's a classic for a reason.
It sure is.
It sure is.
It sure is. Are you a dog or a cat person?
I'm a dog person.
Yeah. Do you have a dog?
I do.
Because I'm sorry that we've been asking Ross about his dog and I didn't ask you about
rescue,
your dog.
No, that's okay. Yeah. Hey, it's a community conversation, folks. Yeah, we've got a scrappy little rescue named Gary.
That's awesome.
Gary.
Eddie. Gary.
Gary, she, her. She came with the name Olivia, but I think they had just assigned that name to her in the shelter or something because she never responded to it.
No, they always get in rescue. They always get new names that are dumb. You don't want to keep them.
Yeah. And she was so sweet, but I was like Olivia, and so I was like, okay, well, we'll just figure out what your name is. So I was just like Sprinkles, Muffin, Lulu, and just as a joke, I was like Gary, and she was like.
Awesome.
Gary.
Okay.
Gary. So Gary, that's her name, and she's known it was her name from the moment we had her. Yeah, we got her during the pandemic. We had to put our other dog down early in the pandemic, which was, let's not talk about that. So it took us about a year.
Yeah.
We were ready, and now Gary's our scrappy little Toto-esque nugget.
Where's your little dog now, Dorothy? But
at home with my sad husband.
But it is nice. Why is he sad?
Because I'm not there.
No.
Yeah,
he's not a depressive.
He has a life outside of me. We're independent humans.
Yeah. I'm glad that his life is not just inside of you. Does he cease to exist when you're not there?
He just sends me a lot of sad pictures of him and the dog. Like
Martin Dockery yesterday said that he kind of thought when when he died that maybe everybody else was going to die. Everything was just going to stop.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's the main character energy. I guess that's
it.
I think I remember having that idea when I was a child.
Yeah.
Well, they say
Like, no.
This is our lens of experience.
they say Martin Dockery's like a 2-year-old, so I guess that's
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But emotionally,
That's the tie-in. Did you just call Martin Dockery a dog? Is that what you're
Yeah, but
Martin, see that?
there's so much life in those eyes. Though,
Martin-
you know?
They're so expressive. His eyes,
You know,
his eyes are so
there's
expressive.
something else going
I've
on.
known Martin for a long time. Martin is a very, very good sport, so he's not going to listen to this. But even if he did,
He'll
he
be
would
like,
be
cool.
he would be fine. I
He's like,
appreciate.
yeah.
You know the dog's eyes. You probably know this, but dogs have been bred. We've bred dogs to have mobile eyebrows.
Yes.
Wolves don't have that.
No.
I didn't know that.
And also to have whites in the eyes.
Mhm.
Humans and dogs, and for some reason opossums, are the only animals with whites in their eyes, and we've bred dogs to do that, so they look more like people, and so their faces will be expressive like ours.
So we can
I did
understand.
not-
The,
Connects that
I
way.
did not know that.
Oh, yeah,
I did
that's
not
cool.
know that.
I love stuff like
Yeah.
And Great Pyrenees, in the Pyrenees, are still raised. They raise the puppies with the lambs,
Yeah.
so they think they're a lamb,
Yeah.
and they that's how they get the idea. And they have to get the idea that they're family.
Yeah. It's Pyrenees are very, so we've had 3, peers or peer crosses now, all rescues, but they're very interesting because they're not like a herding dog, like a border collie. They're a guardian dog.
Yes.
So it's nice for us because we have cats. So anything that's happening inside the house, cats or whatever, they ignore. But all the things that are happening outside, and this is the reason why you have to have a very good fence if you've got peers, because they believe they have a very, like they're from the mountains, and they believe they have a very big perimeter. Their perimeter is like
Right.
2 miles or something. So
Right.
they would just keep walking and go and walk around to make sure there were no wolves. And even like they'll be docile like all the time with your lambs or your children or your cats or your other dogs or whatever. And then, but I've seen videos and stuff where there's a coyote or a wolf or something, and watch out, because there's still that breeding is strong.
Yeah.
One thing that kind of bothers me a little bit is like, it really bothers me that I don't like breeders, and I don't like backyard breeders, and there's so many dogs that need homes that are in the system. So I don't really, just put it back on and don't worry about the fluffy part, because you're gonna be fiddling with that for 10 minutes. So that whole sort of breeding, I think there's like Ross is saying, we are responsible for these animals, but we're responsible for all the ones that need homes. I mean, Winnipeg Animal Services is full of dogs that somebody fucked up with, honestly, mostly. And so we as the whole, and we as the community, are responsible for that. But one of the problems, and one of the reasons that you end up with so many dogs like that, is people will get a dog, from a breeder because they like the way it looks. And a lot of these,
the personality.
well, because a lot of these dogs are bred for specific things. Like, for example, a husky.
Yeah, I was just to say,
Huskies need to you could walk your husky all day, and
just keep going, just keep going.
and so people, and that's the thing, where people don't realize you can't tire a husky out. So if you are active and you're walking all the time and you're doing this stuff and whatever, so unfortunately, and this happened during the pandemic, all the rescues and everything all emptied out because people were at home and they were lonely. But then they started coming back in.
There's a billion dogs in the world, roughly.
Okay.
And 3/4 of them don't have owners.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, but what about the 6 wives of Henry VIII?
Oh.
What about that?
Yeah. Tell us about
Henry's
that.
a real dog.
Because-
Let me tell you. Segue.
Wives are interesting too.
That wives
They
are
are.
interesting. How many characters
Although-
do you play, actually?
7. So I play
Yeah,
all
okay.
6 wives, and then Henry shows up spoiler alert, or not. You don't know what happens.
Yeah.
Or maybe you do, because I've done the show here before. But it's set up in an anteroom in purgatory, where each of the wives arrives. They kind of like drop down the shaft of light, and they arrive in the order in which they had been married. I think, just for historic simplicity, and they all meet each other, and they're given the assignment that they have to decide. Only one of them gets to go to royal heaven with Henry. It's like the Uber heaven.
Oh, okay.
So
Uber, like in the German sense, not like in the taxi service.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Like there's always like it's always just like right there the minute you open the app. It's the best.
Uber.
What is it? The black Uber, the fancy Uber?
Yeah. With like all the bottled water and mints.
Yeah.
No. And so they battle it out, and then they learn about each other's stories and all that jazz. But in the meantime, it's all me, and
you're better than you've ever been.
Well,
more comfortable in your own skin.
As far as my comfort in the work, performance wise, I mean, I don't know, I can't see from the outside, but from the inside, it feels pretty great.
Ross refuses to talk to his audience. Do you talk to your audience? Do they talk to you?
This is a very fourth wall show. Like it's, I have created a lot of work where I do have a relationship with the audience in that way, but this is a contained world, and it has to be.
Do you get feedback after?
Yeah. I have a lot of folks coming up who want to chat. Yeah. I mean, it's a comedy.
Not just children staring at you.
Although I do get a bit of that, especially. I mean, the show we recommend ages 14 up. Like it gets a little saucy, and it's kind of like heady. It's like history in a fun, accessible comedic lens. But like a 6-year-old would be like, that's a lot of words. That's a sweaty lady saying a lot of words.
That's theater. You've just summed that up right there.
That's it.
Sweaty lady saying a lot of words.
But yeah, it's great. I think there are a lot of folks who just want to share, their relationship to the work, or like a lot of folks are really interested in the history, or they say, oh, now I want to learn more about them. These women in history who have been defined by a man or by how they died, as opposed to what their individual journey was, and who they fundamentally were, and what they brought.
So you're taking a shot at the patriarchy.
I mean,
yeah.
But just highlighting these women, and again, but also in an irreverent way. Like we poke at all of them, like it's their cartoonish, amplified, imaginations of who these women were. It's broad theater. But
do you have elaborate costumes?
No, because of the nature of the show. Like I'm shape-shifting. They're in the room all together, all at once. Right. I'm just in this like Tudor-style nightgown, and so they each comment on it as they arrive. Like, oh, I'm in my underclothes.
My foundation garment.
You'd be sweating a lot more if you had to wear that.
There's no time because I'm just running around. They each have their own unique face and voice and physicality, but I'm just snapping. Like some of the dialogue is it's bonkers. It's a marathon. And Anne Boleyn is just ahead. Only her head arrives.
Okay. How do you manage that? Or do people have to pay their money to find out?
It's a bizarre physical theater thing. Like Ryan Gladstone, who wrote and directed it, we co-created it. The staging of it.
It's not the mirror trick, is it?
No. It's purely visual storytelling.
Wow.
So like because they're all in the room together. Like Anne is just like it's just her head, and then one of them is always holding her head, and so they're like, "Oh, Anne, what do you think?" And you're like, "I don't know," and then they're tossing it around. Like one of my favorite warm-ups is, it's hard to do while sitting, but because they each have their own embodiment, so I'll just be them throwing Anne's head around as my warm-up. So I'll be like. you know, and oh, am I? Oh, oh goodness.
So it's like Castaway.
You know.
Castaway Shell Wilson.
Yeah,
just like-
right.
Yeah. It's weird, but somehow it works. And people have said after a while, I forgot that there was just one actor there. Like there's a real, like there's like a trompe l'oeil that happens because I give them each their own place, and I'm just running back and forth and inhabiting them very quickly. And so I guess you start to believe that you start to see them all there or something. I don't know.
Well, you have to buy. You have to buy in.
Yeah,
You have to buy it. You have to buy in.
Yeah.
And I think for the most part it works. I think for some people, you know, it might take a little while to understand the format because it's very unique. But it used to be very stressful, and now it's fun.
Good.
Good.
That's good.
Yeah. Thanks for asking, Ross.
Yeah. Thanks for including Tara and her show, Ross.
Well, it's very, you know, once you start talking about dogs, it's difficult.
Oh, I could talk about dogs forever.
Forever.
Legit. But I have a question for you, Veronica.
Yeah.
How much high-fiving happens in your show?
Like tons, because
so much.
It's definitely a high five.
Okay.
So I have one friend who's always like, "Well, I better be getting a high five." I'm like, "It's literally on my handbill."
Yes,
Definitely get a high
okay,
five because I can't make legal guarantees anyone's getting laid.
Of course,
So-
of course.
but yeah.
That wouldn't be right
And I
at
do
all.
provide hand sanitizer, so that is part
this
of
is
in the
good.
show.
What?
This is
Oh,
good.
that sounds so
Because-
wrong.
Like
What, hand sanitizer?
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
No,
Or high fives.
but you know,
Yes.
you know.
not lube, just hand sanitizer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, there's some lube that's offered as well.
I mean,
okay.
Hey, because you don't know. There's no guarantee.
Has
yeah,
anybody seen anything else, or have you been too busy getting your stuff up and running?
No, I saw Tico freaking Brahe last night, which was so fun. I was just saying to a friend too, it's so fun to see as a late night show too, because like you're just like Tico freaking Brahe. Like I'm probably not singing it correct, but you just walk out with that in your step out, and so that was really fun for me. I don't know.
Yeah. I saw Plan B last night,
Yeah.
which is
Oh,
beautiful.
Yeah, Eleanor's great.
Eleanor is such a dynamo.
Yeah.
I love her, and she's doing such important, delicious, scrumptious work and I know she's out to change the world for the better, and I want more people to see it. So see Plan B if you can. Yeah.
Ross, have you seen anything? Is there anything,
I've seen nothing yet.
is there anything you want to see?
Oh, there's lots of things I want to see.
Yeah. The hot dog cart.
There's the hot dog cart. I've heard of this show about where somebody plays all of Henry VIII's. I want to see that one. And
so sweaty.
And the dating show.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
You know, I have to ask you,
Yeah.
Veronica, do a lot of people that come to the dating show, do they have that look about them? Like they want to get laid?
Oh, some do.
Come hither is what they would say.
I mean, some do. I say the show's for couples as well because like there's important questions. You learn the important questions to continue laying each other, right?
Okay, yeah.
Some, but there have been singles that come in. There also have been like every year I've had someone walk out, and like not to genderize it, but it tends to be like a single young male that I get at a certain point of the show.
And they're like, I'm not getting laid.
Yeah, where it's like, oh wait, we're actually talking about like honesty and vulnerability and like things, and human connection. The words human connection comes out, and like,
They see your flyer, they're thinking, this sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. Yeah,
$10. Oh
yeah.
Next year, do a show called Rub and Tug and see who comes to that.
Just it's me in a rowboat, just like for like an hour.
While we're talking about, I'm so sorry.
No, good, yeah.
I'm definitely coming to both of your shows, by the way.
Lovely.
Thank you. This is the best. But I realize we're talking about other shows. I should also mention the other Monster Theater show.
Right.
It's our 25-year anniversary of the company.
Wow.
And so they're bringing back some old faves. Hockey Night at the Puck and Pickle Pub, which is fun. I saw it. They rewrote the ending. It's great. No Tweed Too Tight, another Grant Canyon mystery, which to this day I believe is the funniest Monster Theater show of all time. Like I weep with laughter. And then Riot, which is a world premiere. It's bonkers based on this real sitch that happened in 1849. It is redonkulous, and it stars both Ryan Gladstone and his brother Jeff Gladstone.
Wow.
And I saw that show, and it is Riot. Anyway, but I just felt
Great.
compelled to share that.
That is great. There are so many wonderful things to go see, and people should go see something that maybe somebody that they don't know, somebody
Yeah.
somebody new, there's lots of people. It's tough when you come to Winnipeg for the first time. So there's lots of people, doing great shows. Natasha Ruck,
145 shows. There's only 2 dance shows this year. I highly recommend going to a dance show.
Yes.
Always go to a dance show.
Always go to a
That's
dance
my
show.
favorite thing.
Veronica's show is the Get Laid show, or a date, definitely a high five. That is at the Duke of Kent Legion, and that is
Today at 4 p.m.
Today at 4 p.m.
Sunday, July 20th. If that's when
Probably
you're
this is going to
watching.
go up after that, but
So then,
but it's happening all week
Fringe.
until next Sunday. The Duke of Kent Legion is, of course, licensed, so that is great, and you can get your improvisation tickets over there too. That's my little tribute to David Letterman.
Nice.
And we have got Tara Travis is doing Till Death, The Six Wives of Henry VIII, and you have a show tonight, but also a bunch of other shows that is happening at PTE Main Stage. Are you filling the joint? Almost.
I just had a pretty full one yesterday.
That's a big room.
It's a big room.
Good thing you're moving around so much.
It's forcing me to bend the staging definitely to suit everyone, which is nice because it's a chance to overwrite old programming.
Nice.
Be in the moment.
And I don't have a card, but Ross McMillan is doing Dog.
This is my dog.
Ross is doing Dog, which is over at
the Rachel Brown.
At Rachel Brown, and several shows still left to go over there. And if you want to just talk to Ross, don't come up to him after the show because he won't know what to do. But do find him at Cochrane Creek, and you can share each share one end of a hot dog, like the Lady in the Trap.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Veronica, Tara, Ross. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you so much. Check out all the other interviews. Art will save us all.